So, Songs to Wear Pants To turns 7 years old today, which is crazy. And I thought I would commemorate this wondrous occasion by telling you the story of how this all came to be, and how I haven't had a real job since I was a teenager, and I have been staying home and making music for people this whole time as my full-time gig. And it's really pretty amazing. You'd think that I'd get used to it, but actually every year that goes by, it's even more crazy, and it's even more like, I can't believe that I'm doing this. And if it ever falls apart, it's going to be terrible. I'm going to walk around with a blank sheet of paper saying, yeah, here's my resume. This is what I've been up to for the last little while. Please hire me. I have a family. You've seen my kitties. So yeah, in 2004, in January, I decided I was going to get a head start on my summer job search. I was a student at the time. I was in my second year of university. And if you knew me at the time, you would have been like, what? That's not getting ahead, being prepared, looking for a summer job. This is jokes. And it kind of was jokes because I had a really hard time getting work. I got one interview after handing out my resume a bunch, and actually my resume was a comic strip, so that might have had something to do with it. But I thought it would make me stand out, you know? It was like poorly drawn stick figures talking about how great of an employee I was, and you know, they say that they want people who are innovative in the workforce, right? Yeah. So anyway, I never had the thought, oh, maybe I should revise my resume. It was like, no, I gotta take matters into my own hands. It's time to fully change the game plan here. And I searched for a job for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, this is stupid. I'm posting an eBay auction telling people that if you win this auction, I will write you a song. And that is what I did, and I think I put like a list of instruments that I owned, and I linked to a couple songs that I had already made. And I just told my friends about it, I think. I think actually the girl I lived with at the time, a really good friend of mine, Jen, I think she shared it on her live journal. And she had so many like live journal followers or whatever. So anyway, somehow, word got around the old internet, and 2 people got into a bidding war on this first auction of mine. And I think I ended up pulling in like around $100, which isn't a ton of money, but at the time it was like, what? It was like, I don't know. I had the idea. I just put it out there. I thought, you know, at the worst, $5. Some weirdo will be out there being like, oh yeah, I could use a customized song. Yeah, I'll bid on that. And it turns out that there's a lot more weirdos out there than I thought. And that's why I'm still doing what I do. So, yeah, I did that for a while. I put up several auctions over the next couple of months. And then one day it occurred to me that I was kind of doing the musical version of Exploding Dog, which is a website I was following quite a bit. If you don't know it, you have to check it out. Sam Brown has this site called Exploding Dog where he takes sentences or phrases from people and he makes pictures out of them, and they're pretty entertaining, and that is definitely to credit for my idea of how to interact with an audience online. And so, with the help of same friend Jen, I got a website put together. She coded the whole thing with me standing over her shoulder, being like, "Oh, could you move that over like 1 pixel?" Literally, I think I said that. And anyway, it all came together beautifully. It was like this weird green color, and it was all just text, Verdana font. Really in at the time, I think. Maybe. We used it a lot. And there's a picture in the top left corner of this thing that I just scanned from, like, it was like a doodle that I made in math class or something from a high school textbook or something. Anyway, we were like, oh, it looks really boring. We need an image somewhere here. I'm like, oh, I used to draw stuff. And we put that on there. And obviously no one knew about this site, so I got Jen to suggest an idea for me to make a song, and that song was Toilet Flushing Shelving Unit. Very first song to wear pants to. And we just shared it with our friends and our family, and within a few days I'd gotten thousands of hits. And actually on the 4th day, I think it was, VH1 got in touch with me a couple weeks in, I got an email from Steve Albini, who is the producer of a whole bunch of amazing records. It took off way faster than it should have, I guess, or than I ever could have expected it to. And yeah, I didn't end up having to get that summer job because I was taking commissions from people, and I remember being so like just desperate, I guess, to be able to make this work and to be able to get paid and do these commissions, that no matter what came my way, I would just say yes, and I would do it. And I apologize to you if you commissioned a song in the early days of Songs to Our Pants Too and it wasn't great, because I didn't know what I was doing sometimes. Sometimes I really knew what I was doing, and I definitely think like the creativity and the diversity that I have with music has been the big thing that has made this work. But like someone would come to me and say, "Oh, could I have a song? I really like bossa nova music, and could you make that for me?" And I'd say, "Yeah, sure. It'll be this much. Is that too much?" And then they'd pay me, and I'd be like, "Okay, cool. Now I need to learn about bossa nova music and how to fake my way into making it for this person." And that song actually worked out fine. But I do remember a couple where well, I'd send the song off and I'd be like, "Well, I hope you like this," and then I'd never hear back from them. So, but I think I've gotten better, and I don't know, I listen to my old stuff now and I'm like, wow, how did this ever actually become a thing? Why? I mean, now I think I'm making some okay stuff. Back then, first of all, my voice has come a long way. I was a pretty bad singer back then. I had been recording stuff my whole life, but I used to, I grew up doing it on tape players and stuff like that, and I definitely was not at all a pro, and there's all kinds of things I would change about my old mixes. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's really been the weirdness that has helped Songs to Our Pants to survive for so long. But that's kind of what happened. That's the amazing story of why I have been doing this for so long and nothing else. So I just want to say thank you, whether you've been here for a day or since the beginning. And actually, if you've been here since the beginning, leave a comment. I want to know that. That is crazy. And yeah, thank you to you. If you have just been enjoying my stuff, if you've downloaded a song, commissioned me for something, that's huge. That's the reason I'm still alive right now. If you've shared my stuff with anybody, just thank you. You guys are awesome, and I still can't believe that this is what I get to do. So yeah, sorry this is kind of a more boring vlog. I promise more fun and excitement in the future. I'm good for that, right? And yeah, wow, 7 years. Hopefully it'll be 7 more. Hopefully it'll be 1 million more. Bye.
Super You, will you help me find something to play with? Let's see what ALL words we find in my Wonder Words basket.
Tiny writing.